with bacon. Fighting bears. Definitely fighting bears.
Oh, and
either one.
That's the Shred Shack on my WCWP, airing Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Finally, a metal show on the island that listens to their audience.
unless they want to hear Enter Sandman, because
No.
Turn Back Tuesdays,
30
playing your
seconds.
favorites from the
Get the show
1960s
open.
to the early 2000s.
You got a good volume? You got a good volume in there?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I could bring it up, lower it if you needed. Okay,
If you are a pro wrestling fan that is tired of seeing people throwing up sexual innuendo, you tired of seeing your boss all in your videos,
Listen to Square Business Radio.
Square Business with Sosa DiBiase.
WCWP 88.1, Sosa DiBiase. Square Biz Radio is where it's at.
For pro wrestling news, interviews, and discussion at its finest.
Tonight we have a chance to say, yeah, you're right. We're too extreme. We're too wild. We're too out of control. We're too full of our own dish. Or we have a chance to say, hey, fuck you, you're wrong. Fuck you, we're right. Because you have all made it to the dance. Because believe me, this is the dance.
Yo. What's the business? Your boy Sosa DiBiase back after a 2-week hiatus. We back again, Square Business Radio, live and direct on WCWPsports.org. If you don't have a computer or something, you just got a cell phone, get the TuneIn app, download the TuneIn app, and search us for WCWP Sports. It's your boy Sosa DiBiase. I'm here with my special guest, one half of the Elusive Brother Club. A real busy man. And I must say, like, I'm not trying to get mushy or nothing, but this is one of the realest dudes like I've ever met in the business besides TJ. Real stand-up guy. And you would never expect it because he's such a badass. And his name is Stockade. Stockade, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, brother? I appreciate that.
No doubt, man. You've been definitely looking out for me and my people, and we really, really appreciate it. People, I never crossed paths with a lot of like people in the business, and they act like they already made it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, you've done a lot in this business, and you just a stand-up dude, man. We ain't gonna stick on that for too long, but I'm just glad to see you again. And you're definitely Square Business Radio family over here, man.
Absolutely.
No doubt. So I just came back after a 2-week hiatus, ladies and gentlemen. Celebrated my son's 2nd birthday. Took him to Chuck E. Cheese. He got scared when we went to Chuck E. Cheese. Chuck E. Cheese scared the crap out of him, so he's still traumatized behind it. So what happened was we were singing Happy Birthday, and then Chuck E. Cheese was supposed to come out in front of everybody, but after that, he didn't. He snuck out the back door and just stood behind my son, me and my son, while we were singing Happy Birthday. And I didn't even know he was behind me, but even I'm a grown man, and even he startled me. I was like, whoa, what is this? So when he seen how he ran up on him, he was like I held him, and he was like literally like shaking in his boots, like he was like trembling.
Wow.
And TJ Marconi shouted him out, he gave him the shout out, dedicated his match to him, his match that just passed. So big shout out to TJ Marconi. That was stand up. I know he's supposed to get back to wrestling. I'm back and doing what I love to do best. Got a clear mind. I didn't really think about wrestling too much for the 2 weeks, man. Like, what do you do during breaks? Like, can you help but not think about wrestling?
I mean, it's hard not to. I try not to. But, it's in my blood. It's what I do.
Right.
So, I don't watch it as much as I do on TV because I'll nitpick and be like, why is this, oh, this guy messed up this. And just because I have I'm fortunate to have a trained eye. But, I'm always thinking about it. I'll be, driving and be like, oh, that's a good idea. Or I'll drive past something and be like, oh, that could be a cool idea for someone. So I'm always thinking about it. But I try to get those moments to relax and try to, detox myself. So it still keeps, it's still important to me.
Right, it's very hard. I do the same thing. Like when I was in Florida, I just kept looking at wrestling YouTube clips, and I was like, I'm not gonna look at it. I'm not gonna look at it. And then my son, he actually sits there and watches it with me now. Like when he was younger, when he was born, he was just running around. But he runs around even more now. But now that he's a little bit older and I'll be sitting there, he just want to be up under me watching it with me too. But I try not to watch it. But he's definitely getting accustomed. I hope he gets a liking to it much more than I even did or you even did. But he's learning the game already. But speaking of messing up, I'm not even going to go over the Raw recap right now because I seen two things this past Raw. It was on December 7th. Seen two things that one I was very happy about, and the second one I was highly disappointed, and a lot of people were disappointed on what's going on right now that happened on December 7th. And the first thing I wanted to do, and then we're going to get deeper into that, was the Wyatt family versus Team Extreme that they're called now, and they were waiting.
That's the official name now?
I get Team Extreme,
okay.
Even though they used it. Never mind. But everybody was waiting to see who was the fourth ECW member, and the third ECW member, he came the week prior, was Tommy Dreamer, who you will be facing Saturday, December 12th. We're gonna get a little bit into that a little bit later. But to continue on, my story is, everybody was waiting to see who was the fourth member, and the fourth member was Rhino from NXT. And it would have been much better if he would have debuted, if he could train at NXT behind the scenes or whatever, but let his debut would have been that. He would have had a way bigger reaction than to what was displayed at that crowd when he came out. It was just like, oh, we see him every day. So it wasn't as crazy as seeing Tommy Dreamer or the Dudley Boys, but it was Rhino. He came out. He was the fourth member, and they're getting ready for that TLC match. And hopefully you won't hurt anybody too bad before they go up to.
We'll have to see about that.
So it got you and Tommy Dreamer. And the second one that kind of ticked me off was very disappointing. Everybody's in the uproar right now about it. And this the what is that? The help me out here, Stockade. The Go Home show. It's the Go Home show, and it's the final promo before TLC.
Yeah, that and SmackDown, yeah.
Right. And
Final Raw.
Right. And I keep continuing every week to find myself going in about these go home situations, because the go home situation was between Roman Reigns and Sheamus. And what was highly disappointing about Sheamus and Roman Reigns was, I guess they try to have Roman Reigns do like a Rocky Maivia type-esque name calling. And he calls out Sheamus. Sheamus comes running out. And Sheamus goes, no, I'm not going to go in because I'm going to wait till TLC to beat you up or whatever. I'll beat you. Hold on. And Sheamus is wearing a Sheamus black and white shirt.
What is it, 5 minutes or 45
5:15. Sheamus 5:15. Like, why?
Not that impressive if you think about it.
Exactly. It wasn't original. And he comes down, and they're going back and forth for about a good 5 minutes about come in the ring. I'm not coming in the ring because you got a chair. He throws out the chair. I'm not coming in the ring because you got a ladder. You're going to hit me with the ladder. Throws out the ladder. I'm not coming in the ring because you got a table. So he proceeds to say, after he's throwing each of these objects out of the ring, was, what are you waiting for, a tater tot? And he's calling him a tater tot because he said, oh, I thought you're Irish. I thought you had potatoes, but you're nothing but a tater tot or something like that.
I didn't even see it.
And the crowd is like, chanting on tater tot. This is a younger demographic, and it was painful to see because it wasn't like anything quick. It wasn't nothing controversial that had you ready to see violence and mayhem and calamity. It was real cartoony and boring to a certain extent. And then when he started doing the tater tot thing, he was trying too hard. It doesn't fit him. You know, and you could tell he didn't know what he was saying because he just kept calling him son, and he just didn't have it in that go home moment. And it was bad, man.
Sounds it.
It was
I didn't see it. I just, like I said, I don't watch. I probably would have thrown something at my TV if I were watching.
And I know somebody like you that cuts very hard promos. Your promo game is up there, Stock. And I'm not saying that because you people. You got good promo game. You get to the point and you have people excited and ready to see the upcoming event. What do you say to something like that?
I think it's the era. I think that's what they're going for. They're catering to kids. I mean, we grew up, watching Steve Austin and The Rock and Mick Foley and all these guys that could really go on the microphone, but they weren't told what to say in the microphone. I think with a guy like Roman Reigns, I don't think it's a secret. I think people know that he's not exactly the strongest talker. So I think someone's definitely writing out his promos, and maybe it made somebody laugh in the back. Oh, Irish people and potatoes. I will call them a tater tot. But it's hitting a mark with the young kids, but I guess maybe 14 to 30-year-old, I don't know exactly which demographic, it's missing the mark. I think promos need to come from the heart. I don't think you have your bullet points. Roman Reigns, you're facing him in TLC. This is your issue. Go and let him be natural. And I think that would be better. But, it's TV, so it's scripted.
It was oh my gosh. And like you said, you didn't even look at it and you just already...
It sounds horrible. you just like... It's wrestling. There needs to be... It is, there is the asterisk of it is pro wrestling, but the semblance of... There needs to be some type of realism to it. Like, these are two grown men. They're fighting over a title bout. You're going to call a guy a tater tot?
Yeah. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the NYWC World Heavyweight Champion Stockade, and he will be facing the Innovator of Violence, Tommy Dreamer, Saturday, December 12th. This is Square Business Radio on WCWPsports.org.
What's up?
All right, we're back in a minute. I'm gonna shoot what's his name a message real quick. As soon as I get you guys going again, I'll shoot that out front lead for him.
Let's be ready to talk. We got 10, 11 minutes for the segment?
Yeah. So we'll cut out at around 7:22. I mean, if we got to run a little bit long, I'm not going to worry about that. To get stock and start the party in.
What's up, everybody? It's Chucky Rowan. What's up? It's DJ Jake Scotto. Yep, and this is DJ Matty T. And we're taking over Common Hour every Monday through Thursday for Midday Madness.
We're still booming.
Latest post news and pioneer sports, plus all your favorite.
All right, 10 seconds.
Our live DJs as they spin all Common Hour long.
Midday Madness, Monday through Thursday during Common Hour, only on mywcwp.org.
Mics are going hot.
This is Square Business Radio.
We are back, Square Business Radio. It's your boy Sosa DiBiase. Waiting for my DJ. Stuck in a little bit of traffic. We got some more special guests coming through. So it's going to be a crazy weekend of professional wrestling, I must say. And I'm glad to be a part of it. When I was a young kid, I don't know if you guys caught the first episode, but I had like this old mushy promo about how I came up and what wrestling meant to me. But it was a man by the name of Tommy Dreamer that really, really was important to my life. When I was running around in the projects, everybody wanted to be DX, everybody wanted to be NWO, everybody wanted to be Hulk Hogan, everybody wanted to be Shawn Michaels. I wanted to be Tommy Dreamer. And that is the God honest truth. I done got thrown through tables, ironing boards, got whipped with Christmas lights. I got hit with broomsticks, acting like it was a Singapore cane or a kendo stick for you younger kids. I did all of that because that's who I seen, and that was my source of motivation, even though his violence and his level of wrestling, what he brought to the table was way over the top. But I took the undertones of what he did, and it definitely helped mold me into the man I am today. So I say that to say, Stockade, you are facing one of my idols, and this is the NYWC Heavyweight Champion of the World, ladies and gentlemen, here with Stockade. You're gonna be wrestling Tommy Dreamer, man. How is it? How is it for you right now, knowing that you're about to wrestle the innovator of violence?
I mean, for me, it's Tommy Dreamer. I didn't grow up watching ECW. I became a fan of ECW when I got into the business. My trainer's Mikey Whipwreck. He sung the praises of Dreamer. I mean, anyone that knows anything about Tommy Dreamer knows he lives, breathes, and eats pro wrestling.
Right.
And, I've been fortunate enough to be in the ring with a lot of ex-ECW originals. I've wrestled Mick Foley. I've wrestled Raven, who's one of my idols. I've wrestled Mikey Whipwreck, my trainer. I've been in the ring with Terry Funk. I've wrestled Tony Mamaluke. I've shared the ring with a lot of people of ECW. But Dreamer's the one guy that's eluded me. And doing the style that I do now, the hardcore style, and Dreamer knows a lot of the things that I've done. He actually came up to me at Ace and told me to stop doing the things that I'm doing because I'm putting my body at risk.
Right.
But I'm going to show Tommy that, he's the old dog. Yeah, he is and was the innovator of violence, but he's looking at the new innovator of violence. That's my plan. That's my goal, to walk out with his respect and his title, his name.
Right. So you've been a pretty busy man, and while I've been gone, I missed 2 events, unfortunately. I missed you at Draw the Line, where you beat what was it 3-way?
Draw the Line NYWC?
Yes. It was a tag team against Anthony Lacerra and Big O.
Big O, yeah.
And you were with King Mega.
I was with the King.
Yep. And how was that match for you?
Just again proving a point that O doesn't belong in this business.
You said that the last time you were here. It seems like you and Big O got a big rivalry going on.
It's not a rivalry. It's, I've busted my ass for 11 years.
Right.
I earned my way to Mexico. I earned my way to Trinidad. I earned everything I've ever gotten. No one really opened doors for me. It was all my blood, sweat. And a guy like him, he walks in because he was on Zack Ryder's radio show. This is not me, I'm not shooting on him. I'm telling the truth. He was on Zack Ryder's radio podcast, whatever it was. And he got in it famous.
Right.
And he walked in the door, and everyone thought he was a star. And then Booker T told him he wasn't. And Booker T knew everything that I knew. He's not a star.
When did Booker T tell
you?
him?
He was on the Tough Enough, I think the first episode of Tough Enough.
Oh yeah. I heard about that.
He got thrown out the door.
Oh, I heard about that.
He has an ego, which everyone's got an ego, but his ego needs to be checked. And I'm his only real loss in NYWC. I'm his only real loss, I think, ever. He's never been beaten cleanly, and I'm the only guy that's ever pinned his shoulders to the mat with no cheating, no under tactics, just because I was a better wrestler.
That should be his name, Stockade Ego Checker. That's it.
Stockade the Ego Checker.
What's good, though, fellas? How y'all
doing,
Oz,
what's good, baby? How's that traffic, man?
Oh, man, let's not talk about that, man. Just nice shoes. Some good shoes, brother.
Nah, man, you know how I do. I just try to keep it light. But anyway, a big surprise. I was scrolling through my Facebook and my Twitter, and I seen you with someone that we had a long conversation about. And when I seen it, I wanted to hit you up, but I was like, nah, I don't know if he's busy or whatever. I don't want to, I don't know if they call him Mark out or whatever. I hate that term, by the way, anyway.
My name is Mark. I hate it too.
Yeah. But you with the bulldozer, Matt Tremont.
Yep.
How did that happen?
We just got tired of beating the hell out of each other.
Was that planned? Like, I know.
What happened was, it goes back to CZW. Matt brought me into CZW to team with him to take care of the Nation Intoxication. And because we're just two stubborn bulls and we just didn't get along. And, that's his home. CZW is Matt's territory. And I was coming in there going, I'm going to make a name for myself. And we clashed. And, we did what we did. And we beat the hell out of each other for a year. And after the casket match, we sat down, we each had a beer, and like, now what?
Right.
And the guy Beyond Wrestling, actually, it was the Hit Squad that was like, if you two ever get on the same page, we want to work you.
Right.
And that's how it happened. And then, Sugar Dunkerton's been running his mouth since Nick Gage, unfortunately, is not, he's not out right now, and hopefully he will be. But Sugar was running his mouth, so I stepped up to take care of Sugar. And then he brought his partner, I don't even know the throwback, the baseball guy, Dasher Hatfield.
Yeah,
that's
Dasher Hatfield.
Hatfield. And, they challenged us. They wanted to, Dasher had his back, and Sugar learned the hard way.
Right. You and Tremont definitely done had some crazy matches. And like I said again, like I was just saying, I was like, really? Like, wow.
So were a lot of people.
This is really happening right now.
Everyone wants it, man.
I wish I was there. I wish I was there to witness that, but I was running around doing a lot of stuff over them two weeks. But I'm glad I'm back now, man. I'm glad I'm back now, and I'm glad I'm going to see you and Tommy Dreamer tear the roof off the NYWC Sportatorium.
Let's go. We're gonna tear the roof of the place.
What is the best match that you've probably seen from Tommy Dreamer? And how has it brought it to you? I'm gonna say something real quick. The match against Sandman when he first entered ECW and he took the 10 lashes and he was like, "Please give me more, sir."
Suspenders.
Right, he was wearing the suspenders.
Yeah. 10 lashes heard from around the world, man. I remember that.
For me, and it's what I became a fan of Raven in WCW when he was sitting in the crowd because I grew up with I loved the grunge and heavy metal, and I was like that type of kid. I was a little skater kid.
Right.
So Raven was like a huge thing for me. And then when I got and I knew about the feud, but getting ECW tapes at 12 years old before the internet was on the board.
It was real hard to get those tapes.
It was hard, So when I got in the business and with Mikey, I got and the guy I trained with had like the whole collection from our video, and I would just watch them. And Raven and Dreamer, it's if no one's ever seen it and it's on the network, it's one of the greatest feuds in pro wrestling. Not because of the wins a lot, just the story.
Yeah.
So anything he's ever done with Raven, I'm a fan of.
A lot of controversial moments with that feud as well.
Yeah,
too.
him and Brian Lee. But my favorite Dreamer moment ever is with Terry Funk. It's Dreamer versus Just Incredible. I forget the pay-per-view, but I think it's 99.
Mm-hmm.
And Terry Funk comes walking down the ramp and has a trash can in his hand. He's not going to hit him over the head.
Right.
He has it by the handle, and he swings it over his head like a lever.
Right.
And cracks Dreamer in the head. And every time I watch it, I laugh my ass off. It is the funniest thing. Me and Marconi, next time you see Ask Him, we watch it over and over, and it's the funniest thing.
My favorite moment is the chair shot horror from around the world. You remember that?
Yeah, when Raven was crucifix and handcuffed.
And Tommy Dreamer hit him right in the head with that chair.
And you could also see that moment on the WWE Network for $9.99.
You plug it in. You getting a cut?
Free promo.
But yeah, that was one of my favorite moments as well, man. I'm gonna tell you a true story though, Stock. This was at what was it? I think it was. I don't want to say For All Mankind. It was at an HOG event.
Okay.
And this was when I think it was like my second time. I was seeing Tommy Dreamer, and I got a beer for Tommy Dreamer, and I wrote Dreamer on the beer. Remember that?
My brother would know that. I wasn't there for that.
Oh yeah, you wasn't there.
My brother was there.
Drew was there for that. Yeah. So I bought a beer, and I said I put Dream on in the Sharpie, and I said I was sitting in the front row like I always do. And I kept telling everybody, I'm giving this beer to Tommy Dreamer. Because that was his shtick. It was like he grabbed the beer. He wouldn't grab. He would grab a weapon from out the crowd, but he would grab not no water or nothing. It was always a beer. But what happened was when I was sitting in the front row, he sat there and grabbed the water first. And everybody was sitting there pointing at me like, he's got a beer. So I drank some of it, and then I gave it to Dreamer, and then he took it from me and then hit Brian XL over the head with it. Like, when I first seen it, I was like, yeah. But when I came down, like, I had to run out because I almost started crying because that was like surreal. Like,
You're not gonna start crying when I beat the hell out of him. So
No.
Oh, my man, Dreamer.
No, it was just one of those moments, man. But enough of that, man. But I'm still a G. It don't matter. It was just one. It was just one of those moments, man. It was surreal.
Man. It's like saying Superman in real life. You know what I mean? It's what you love when you ECW grew up.
Yeah, look, man. I got to share the ring with Raven, and I'm gonna break the fourth wall. Raven hit me with the even flow, and I had a big old smile on my face. You can see it on camera. It is what it is, man. It's your idol, you can't help it. So
you was unconscious with the.
Oh yeah, I was. He DDT'd me with a smile on my face.
Yeah.
I was, but I get it, bro. I understand completely.
Yeah, nah, you keeping it 100.
So I seen Tommy twice, and both times that I seen him, he was like, "What's your name?" And I'm like, "Sosa." He was like, "Yeah." He put his hands on his hips, and he got like a nonchalant.
His love handles?
Yeah, he got a nonchalant way of speaking. So he was like, "Yeah." He was like,
was it like this? How you doing, Sosa?
Yeah, like that.
So I get this all the time. Hello, Stockade. How are you? He's monotone. He's just.
So he put his hands on his hips. He was like, "I remember a time." Yeah, Sosa like Sammy, right? I was like, yes, sir. He was like, don't call me sir, call me Tommy. So he was like, I remember, I think it was like Living Dangerously 2000. He hit his last home run. It's so like every time I see him, he says the same thing when I say my name. But we need to get familiar. Yo, Tommy, my number is never mind. But Stock, what are you planning to do? Because he has a match at I forgot the pay-per-view event.
TLC?
TLC? Or is it TLCS again? Table, ladders, chairs, and stairs, whatever that
it's
crap
TLC.
was.
It's TLC.
You know the last pay-per-view event, the last TLC was called that, right?
No.
Tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs.
Yeah. And it was, we're not, let's hold on, let's stop. Let's not talk about it, all right? Because I don't want to down bash it. I don't want to say anything bad about it, because Vince be on people.
Yeah.
Vince is like the government.
So what are you planning to do?
I'm gonna do Brother Bray Wyatt a favor and make sure Dreamer doesn't make it to TLC. That's what I'm gonna do. See, everyone thinks I'm part of the Wyatt, so now maybe it's gonna be official. I'll do the favor, and then maybe who knows? Maybe you'll see me up there in TLC in Boston as I take care of Dreamer.
That'd be dope.
Are you gonna be sitting in the? Are you telling us you're gonna be sitting in the stands like Sting back in '98?
I don't know what I'm telling you, but yeah, Dreamer. If anything will have anything to do with it, Dreamer ain't gonna make it to TLC.
So you really try not to make it? Are we using cinder blocks?
I'm gonna do whatever it takes. Like I said, Dreamer's the innovator of violence. I'm the devil's outlaw. I've been making a name, basically. I've been making a name doing what he paved the way for.
Right.
ECW kicked open that door of the hardcore style. Guys like me and Tremont just took the ball and ran with it and made it a little bit more violent. And we'll see what happens. It's the past versus the future. You know what I'm saying?
Don't kill him, Stock, man. Don't.
Well, I ain't gonna kill anybody, but I got a point to prove. I retired Mikey, so I got a track record of retiring ECW guys.
Yo, we don't co-sign that, all right? We ain't co-signing that.
But that's gonna be quite an event, and I wish you luck in that match, and I will be sitting there trying not to cry. So yeah, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Mugs and Mayhem, Saturday, December 12th at the NYWC Sportatorium, 435 Brook Avenue. Doors open at 7:30 p.m. in Deer Park, New York. Show starts at 8 p.m. Get there early. If you're too late, get your tickets on www.swarevolution.com. I'm here with the NYWC World Heavyweight Champion, Stockade. It's been a pleasure, my brother.
Absolutely.
Good luck tomorrow. And we will see you, on Saturday. We will see you this Saturday. Merry Mugs and Mayhem. This is Square Business Radio, only on WCWPsports.org.
See why millions, millions are checking out Mouseketeer Radio.
Love it. Love the host, Christina K, Will Bruner.
Basically, I love to sing along to all of the songs.
This is nothing but happiness.